Good stuff.
Ryan, just the emotions going through your mind right now about, obviously just to be nominated, but then to see your name. You were stunned. I was watching you.
No, it was. I mean, you never want to go into something ever, thinking like, oh, I always go into these things prepared to, just not ever, not have it happen. And so the fact it happened, is a huge deal for Faces. I mean, you saw it in the videos, you saw it in all the stuff that was put out. I don't do this to raise I don't do this to raise anything for me. I have nothing to gain out of this. I just want, going to Faces Camp and seeing a lot of these kids, just live a normal life, live a normal summer, made me so happy. And, I've gotten to meet and interact with so many incredible, individuals, through Faces. They do so much for these kids with craniosynostosis and craniofacial differences, and not just kids, but young adults too. Like I said, I'm fortunate. I had surgery when I was 11 months old, and I'm healthy to this day. I don't really have any issues that, reside. I'm able to chase my dream. But there are so many other stories out there that are not the same. They're constantly in and out of the hospital, and constantly struggling to pay those hospital bills. Their insurance went out, all these other things. And Faces is here to try and help that. And something like this from Comcast is a massive deal.
That's awesome.
I appreciate it.
Thank what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Good to see you. It definitely. Thank you.
What's wrong with waiting?
It's just, and that's cool too. Yeah. But no, it's just for what Faces does for a lot of these kids, for a lot of these young adults, for a lot of these families. It is insane the amount of impact that they really do have.
You talked about using your platform. Was this something that you wanted, not only chasing your dream, but once you, kind of reach the NASCAR National Series, just to, kind of amplify that and to have more of a message, behind that? Was that part of what you wanted to do? I know what you do on social media and things of that to raise awareness, but also just to, kind of, not just raise awareness, but also, funds, contributions, and just, things to help the fight for that.
Well, the biggest thing I say about my career up to this point is nothing about it has been conventional. I come from Los Angeles, I'm a, Hispanic kid out of Los Angeles, I started racing late. I was 11 years old. I've had to do a lot of different things a different way than what most would do. I've had to do a lot of things on my own. And I've been very, 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 very fortunate to have a lot of incredible people who believe in me. And, I tell myself all the time, I want to do what I do to make them proud, because I am nowhere without the people around me. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And, seeing all the other stories of all these different, people who have all these different types of craniofacial differences that are no different than I am. That is something that I wanted to bring attention to, because not many people know about it. When I go to the racetrack, people see my scar and they think, oh, you did that like Lightning McQueen, after lightning bolt inside your head, and it's like, no, it's a scar. And people are like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And it's like, no, let me tell you about it. I want to tell people about these things, because if I'm gonna be in this sport and have the platform that I have, I'm very fortunate to have the platform that I have here in this sport. And if I'm not using it to uplift, then I don't deserve it.
You said you were, fortunate to be nominated, even, not just to win. But what was your reaction when you were nominated? Found out you were among the finalists for this stuff a couple months ago.
I immediately called Kim from Faces and just let her know, hey, this is happening, and we're gonna get a lot of eyeballs on Faces, whether we win or not. We're gonna get some money in the door, much needed money, to try and put on another Faces camp, help with the grants, help with all these other events that we're trying to put on. And what they do is what's most important to me. I'm here to just try and be the public voice and try and raise awareness. What they do is absolutely incredible work, and I'm just honored to have a small part.
I asked Abby what it's like to live her life, and she talked. You mentioned bullying in the video and things. She brought that up. You've been very emotional, but she also got kind of emotional. But to take the public, people that don't know, through that lifestyle, of what these kids go through, these young adults go through.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I mean, you can imagine, with Emmy, she is a fighter. I mean, she came through Faces. She went through the program, and now she's one of the people that works there. You know what I mean? She's there to help uplift these other kids, and show to them, hey, I'm living a normal life. Like, she's out here having a good time. We're all chit chatting, having a good time. I consider her a friend, and I mean, it's so incredible to see the kinds of people you meet, especially when you can come from a place of relating to them. And I'm not saying that my condition is the same as Emmy's or any other kid's condition, but what I am saying is that, if I could help uplift their voice and help bring it into the public eye and show that they, can chase their dream and can, do what they want to do in life, there's nothing stopping them.
You realize that this is going to carry forth way farther than this night. I mean, it's going to be across all of your media platforms in the morning, but for in the NASCAR world at least. So you're out there. And are you, what does that mean to you to be that person that's out there like that?
It means the world. That is exactly what I set out to do when I signed on to work with Faces and joined their board. I try and help them with promoting their events, promoting Faces Camp, promoting what they do, and so to be able to have my name, shown on that screen and see all those amazing kids that were at Faces Camp having a phenomenal time, and see them just smiling and living a normal life. And you talk about the bullying. I got bullied. Up to this year. I mean, I still have people online that don't know that I have it. And they'll say, oh, he looks. They'll say I look weird or look goofy, and it's like, you don't know. And hopefully a lot of people know, and hopefully a lot of people know what these other individuals have been through. Everybody's fighting a different fight, whether it's physical or mental, and it just really means the world to be here, in Nashville with some incredible people in the sport, but also it means more to me to represent such an incredible group of people at Faces.
Congratulations.
Thank you.